I want to share with you something that I observed while I was doing some shopping. I was in one of the major pharmacy chains. I was waiting in the queue. There was 3-4 people in front of me, and as I got closer to the front, I watched with increasing dismay a person standing opposite the cashier, talking on their phone very, very forcefully at great length with their mask off. And this particular pharmacy has a screen and a shield between the cashier and the customer. They'd moved to the side of that for whatever reason and were blasting directly at the cashier. Then the cashier, it was my turn, and it happened to be that same cashier called me towards, said next, and indicated it was her. The person was still there doing the same thing, and I said firmly, I hope not aggressively, sorry, I'm not coming there until this person has either put their mask on or moved on. So they moved on without a mask back into another part of the pharmacy to continue, in my view, putting other South Africans at risk. Now, I spoke to the sales assistant and I said, wow, I mean, what happens when you asked her to put on her mask? Because I assume you did. And all she could say to me was, you know what these people are like. And here's the point I want to make. After 1 year of lockdown, she did not sound angry. She sounded completely and looked completely exhausted. And we've spoken a lot about healthcare workers, as we should, and we've spoken about people in other services, as we should. But I think that we need to pay some attention to what we as citizens are putting shop assistants through, because they have been absolutely essential. Many of us forget those early days, I think, of lockdown, when that was our only connection to communal life, the supermarket, the pharmacy. So here's a view that I want to express and then ask a few questions. Can the National Organization of Retailers, and there's probably more than one, I don't know the space properly, maybe pharmacists are organized in one forum and other kinds of businesses are organized in another. Can they not make this policy decision? If someone takes off their mask in their store and refuses to put it back on when asked, then their transaction will not be completed. I realize this will lead to hostility and aggression, but I do think it would go a long way to making sure that people actually comply. I don't think security guards will be able to solve it, but simply and plainly put, if this is what you do, you will not be served, and your full trolley will stand as exactly that, just full. Now, it's easy for me to say this, but there are some questions, and this is where you can help me as listeners by calling in and giving me your views.
News,
experts,
analysis,
where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.